Hi, my name is Janet and welcome to 365 Inspired Yoga Classes. Today is day 41 and the inspiration for practice is Mindfulness Yoga. So what is Mindfulness Yoga? Well, mindfulness, if you Google it, you'll get dictionary.com and it'll tell you that mindfulness is being conscious or aware. Also focusing awareness in the present moment, such as in meditation. Yoga means to yoke or join together. In our practice today, we will really focus on the conscious awareness of our body as we move through a gentle yoga practice. So bring yourself to standing, maybe have some blocks nearby and a strap. We might use a blanket on the mat if you need extra padding or comfort for your knees or your back or your head. So have some props nearby. And let's get started. So as you come to standing, we'll take a traditional mountain pose with your arms down to your sides, palms turn forward, shoulders roll down and back. You might lift your 10 toes off the mat and spread them out wide. Your eyes can remain open if you struggle for balance, or you could close your eyes if you'd like to really focus on the sensations that you feel in your body. And that is mindful yoga. So closing your eyes or keeping them open, bring your awareness to your feet on your yoga mat. Notice the weight distribution between your feet. Can you feel it shifting from one foot to the other? Do you feel the weight more toward the front of your foot or the heel? What are you aware of in your toes? What's happening there? Begin your mindful journey moving up your legs. Can you feel the calf muscles working to keep you upright? Bring yourself to the knee joint area. Sometimes when we are lacking strength or not present or aware, we push the knees back, locking them out. But really that's counterproductive, so give a tiny little softness to your knees. Can you feel the legs of your thighs engaged? How about your pelvis? As you come to your pelvis, draw your tail down and under, start to pull your belly in. Breathe in and feel the space increase between your hips and your ribs. And as you grow tall, watch that the shoulders didn't pull up toward the ears, send them down and back. Lower your chin just a little toward your chest, and then open your eyes and lift your gaze up toward the ceiling. Bring this gentle movement of the neck, lowering the chin down, look down. As you breathe in, start to lift your chin all the way up. Bring your chin back to neutral. Take your arms and sweep them out to the sides. Move slowly. Really feel what's happening in the arms. Notice how high you can comfortably lift your arms. If you're getting really forceful here, you're kind of maybe going to get distracted by discomfort, so go down a little bit. Turn your palms slightly toward each other. Bring them as high as you can. And then begin to lift your gaze up to your hands. Bring your palms to touch. And then turn your palms face out. Let your gaze drop down as the hands circle all the way down. And your chin drops to your chest as your palms touch your thighs. Let's do that movement again, slow with intention. Turn the palms open and breathe in as you reach your arms high. Allow your gaze to travel up as your palms touch above. Flip your palms out, and as you breathe out, the arms float all the way back down, looking down. Let's do that again. Inhale, the arms sweep high overhead, slowly moving, feeling the hands as they touch one another. And then turn your palms out and watch as the hands sweep down and your chin drops down. Keep your left hand down, reach your right hand high overhead. Look up at the right hand and reach out for the ceiling. Notice the sensations, the feeling along the right side of your body. Become aware of what's happening to your body in the present moment. This is mindful yoga. As you breathe in, you reach up, and as you exhale, maybe start to tilt over to the left, feeling more extension through the right side of your body. Breathe in and go a little bit further. Feel the left hand tickle down the side of your left leg. Be present with the sensations you're feeling in your shoulder. And it's always okay if you're just having discomfort to opt out or do something different. What feels right? On your next inhale, rise all the way up. And as you exhale, slowly float the right hand down. Let's try this on the other side. Just the left hand, sweep it out high, reach it up, stretching through the left side of your body. Breathe in, feel your left hand, maybe you can look up, stretching for the ceiling. Feel the body extending through the left side. Breathe in, and as you exhale, begin to tilt over to the right. Maybe go a little bit further. Be careful with your body, be mindful. What do you feel? Hopefully it feels like a good stretch, but it's no pain. Breathe in and go a little more over to the right as you breathe out. Can you feel your right hand touch the outside of your right leg as you make this movement? Inhale brings you all the way back up. And as you exhale, allow the left hand to lower. Good. Let's take a change here and come down to seated on our yoga mat. So as you come down, here's where props get really handy. You might take one of your blankets and place it beneath your tush. Have the blocks in the strap close by. Fold the blanket over one time and then sit on the front edge of the blanket so you don't slouch through the spine. And as you sit up nice and tall, really be mindful of how this feels. And we know what that means now. It means being present, extra aware, connected to what's happening right now, right here. In fact, to me, yoga has always been a mindful practice. Quieting the fluctuations of the mind that are worried about the past or what might happen in the future, and bringing your mind into the present moment. If you need a little extra assistance, you can sit on two blankets, you can prop your legs on blocks. That just might feel good in your body. Have your strap close by, we'll use it in a moment. Let's bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the tummy. You're welcome to close your eyes if you like, and I want you to just, keeping your hands touching your body, bring your awareness to your breathing without trying to change or alter the breath or ask your body to be anything different than what it is right now. In this moment, feel your breath. And as long as you're breathing, there's more right with you than might be off with your body right now. So just feeling the breath and noticing the movement of the belly and the chest. Can you feel the hand on your belly expanding on the inhale, stretching outward, and how it softly drops in as you breathe out? Do you notice movement in your chest? Maybe seal your lips and feel the motion, the movement of breath in your nostrils. This is a simple, mindful practice that you can bring into your life anytime. If you're in a stressful situation, or you're just trying to fall asleep at night, close your eyes and place your hand on your body, your belly and your chest, and focus on your breathing. And you'll be present, mindful, in yoga, union, in the moment. If your eyes are closed, open them up and grab a hold of your strap. We're going to take a strap, could be a belt, could be a bathrobe strap, whatever you got, a necktie, some people use that. Hold on to the strap and bring your hands right out in front of you. And your hands might be about shoulder width apart to begin with. So it's important to me that you keep your grip nice and soft, because we're going to take our arms out in front of us and slowly, mindfully lift the arms high overhead. And do you notice what's happening with my hands? Because my grip is loose and it's more comfortable and I can keep my shoulders relaxed, when I separate my hands slide apart. Do you feel the slight transition? Or make it if you feel good doing that. Breathe in to really stretch up through the torso, and as you exhale, begin to tilt over to the left. Feel the stretch in the right side of your body. Breathe in and slowly tilt a little more to the left as you breathe out. One more time, deep breath in and slow exhale over to the left. On your inhale, come up to center, and as you breathe out, start to tilt over to your right. Can you feel the extension in the left side of your body? Breathe it in, and as you breathe out, go a little further to the right. One more full breath in, and a little further stretch to the right as you breathe out. Good. Breathe in, rise up to center, and as you exhale, bring your hands down in front of you. This next segment, if you are working with a shoulder injury, I'd rather you skip it or be extra careful. Keep your grip very light and allow your arms to separate as much as they need to in order to achieve success in this mindful stretch. As you inhale, bring your hands high overhead. Let's stay here as we exhale. Take your grip a little bit wider, breathe in, and as you exhale, see if you can take your arms behind your back. If you're working with shoulder injury, that probably won't work. If you have a rotator cuff injury, don't do it. Breathe in, bring your arms up, and as you exhale, take your arms down in front of you. If it felt good, do it again. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, down and back. Breathe in, bring your arms up, and exhale, the arms come down in front of you. Excellent. Set the strap aside. We'll use it again later, so keep it approximately halfway down the length of your mat. Take a moment to look down at your legs and notice which leg is in front of the other. How are your legs crossed? Remember that. Be mindful of what's happening with your body. Send your legs out in front of you and stretch them out. And the leg that was in front, mindfully pull it back first, and then the second leg. I can usually tell because I get a little red mark from my heel touching the other foot. So maybe you notice, oh wow, there's a little something there. That'll help me know. All right, so hold on to the front of your knees, sit up nice and tall, roll your shoulders down and back, and press your chest forward. Good. So we're going to take our rib cage and shift it over to the right. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, press your back, rounding the back, toward the back. Keep breathing, and when you're ready, breathe in and shift your ribs to the left, and then bring them forward. Good, let's try that in the other direction. So we're gonna push the chest, the rib cage forward, breathe in. As you exhale, shift your ribs over to the left. Stay here as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, push and round the back. Good. Breathe in, take your ribs over to the right. Breathe out, and on your next inhale, push your chest forward. Good. Let's try that a little more swiftly, and maybe just allow the body to breathe however it breathes as you take your ribs to the right, back, left, front. Circle around. It's sort of a challenging sequence of circles because it's not a normal movement of the ribs, but it forces you to be really present and mindful. What's happening in your body? Do one more round. Come forward, and then let's go the other way. Would you like to join us here, Oliver? You can sit on your blanket. Go on your blanket. There you go. Going the other way, sit down, lay down. Take your ribs forward, to the left, back. You can lay down and join me. Lay down. To the right and forward. Go around and around. Feeling your body just moving and swiveling. Really present with the sensations you experience in your body. Do one more round to the left, and then come forward. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Let's add a little spinal twist. We'll take our right hand to the left thigh. The left hand will reach and touch behind you. As you inhale, lift up, and as you breathe out, begin to twist to your left. Are you slouching in your back? You're going to miss out doing that. So really feel your body. Be mindful as you lengthen up as you breathe in, and you spiral left as you exhale. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist left. One more time. Breathe in, extend, and breathe out, twist left. On your inhale, come back to center, and as you breathe out, turn to your right. Oliver has joined me. He loves a little bit of yoga too. So my left hand is on the right thigh. My right hand is behind me. Breathe in to lengthen up, and breathe out, turn to the right. Is it possible to create more length in your spine? Lift up really tall, and then turn a little bit further if you've got room to go. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Breathe out, look behind you of your right shoulder. One more time. Breathe in, extend, and breathe out, twist. Good. On your next breath in, come back to center. Awesome. Let's make another change and come to our hands and knees on the yoga mat. So as you come to your hands and knees on your mat, you might decide that blanket is useful beneath your knees. So I like to take it underneath my knees, unfold it so it's not quite as thick. Good. And from that position, we'll come into what's called tabletop. It's like a table with the wrists lined up beneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips, and our feet are separated a little back there. Let's move our rib cage, our body, through cow-cat stretches. Do it really slow. We'll take a few breaths with each stretch. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Stay there as you exhale, really feeling it. Maybe lift lifting the gaze even higher. Breathe in, stay as you breathe out. Maybe tilt the tail just a little more. Breathe in. And now as you breathe out, slowly move to cat like a scaredy cat on Halloween. So as you move into cat pose, you really pull the belly in tight. We'll take a few breaths here. You push your back up, draw your chin to your chest, feel the body stretching. Good, now let's move. Breathe in cow pose. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Exhale cat. One more time. Breathe in cow. And breathe out cat. Good. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Take your right foot to the back of the mat and press the heel down back there. Back there. Toes are curled under. You're stretching the back of your leg. Move forward and back very slowly. What sensations are you aware of in the back of your leg? What a beautiful stretch. Come back to neutral and take your right foot and trace it over to the left. Look over your left shoulder. So the right foot circles back behind the left foot. The toes are still connected. Heel pushes back and maybe rock forward and back a few times. Just feeling this delicious stretch. Good. We're going to come back to center and sweep the right leg all the way over to the right. Start to bend your right knee and bring your right foot to the upper right corner of your mat. Now, if you have blocks, you can put them down in front of you. If you have a puppy, maybe you lean on your dog. And as we shift forward, we can just kind of stretch in through the left hip. Roll your shoulders down and back and lift your gaze. Good. Taking a few breaths here, really feeling the hips open. The front of the left hip gets a good stretch here. If you have a job where you're sitting a lot or you're just kind of hanging out, sitting too much, those muscles are really tight. If you do other exercises like cycling or squats at the gym, something like that, these hip flexor muscles can get short and tight. So this is a beautiful stretch. We're going to pull back a little bit and toe heel the right foot to the center of the mat and then push forward in a little different alignment. I recommend blocks here. I like my blocks here at their highest setting. If you don't need blocks and you're able to lift your chest and push forward, do so. Good. Noticing what sensations you feel in your body. This is mindful yoga. Maybe the toes curl under and then your back left knee might feel better. Make sure the right knee is over the right ankle or back behind it, but never beyond it. That over time can put strain on the knee, so watch those alignment cues and just stretch. Good. The counter stretch will stretch the front of the right hamstring as you shift your hips back. Take your blocks with you, slowly move them back. Flex the right toes toward your nose and stretch down over your right leg. Feel that delicious stretch. Take a few more breaths here. And then rising up, shift forward. Set the blocks aside. We'll get those back into action for side two. We'll come back to tabletop to do those same mindful stretches on the second side. So our left foot will come to the back of the mat and the toes are curled under as we push the heel back, moving forward and back a little bit. Be mindful of the sensations we feel in the back of our left hamstring, calf, the bottom of the foot. What do you notice? Good. And then shifting forward, take your left foot and trace a half circle to the right. Look over your right shoulder for the left foot. And if you like, push it forward and back a little bit. Good. Shifting forward, let's take the left foot all the way over to the left, and then we're going to bend the left knee so we can toe heel the left foot toward the upper left corner, close to Oliver's butt. Shifting forward, just stretching forward, feeling the front of your right hip really stretch, making sure that your left knee is aligned over your left ankle and not pushed beyond it. It can be behind it, that's okay, but take good care of your body. More breaths here. Good. Whew. Start to back the hips up and toe heel your left foot to the center of your mat. And here's where we added blocks. So if you did it on the first side, add your blocks on the second side. And with the blocks underneath your palms, press forward, watching the knee to ankle alignment. If you curl the back toes under on side one, do it here as well. Roll your shoulders down and back, sitting up really tall, really stretching. Good. Taking a few breaths here. Really feel the front of your right hip. Can you feel that stretch? Or where do you feel this work? Maybe it's your arms holding you upright, and if that's too much, you can always come out of it. Take care of your body. And the counter stretch, here we go. We're gonna walk the blocks back as we straighten the front leg, pulling the hips back. Flex the left toes back towards your nose, and then stretch down over your left leg. Taking a few breaths here, just noticing the sensation of extension in the back of the right leg. Good. And rising back up, let's shift forward. Set your blocks aside and bring yourself back to tabletop, hands and knees. From tabletop position, draw your knees and thighs together and try to sit back on your heels, sitting on the heels, sitting up nice and tall, just noticing how this feels. This is hero pose. It's a reminder that we're heroic for showing up on the yoga mat. We're going to use this posture to do what I might call a little more torture for the feet, a little more challenge for the feet. So just try it. If it doesn't work, don't force it. Shifting forward, curl your toes under, and then see if you can sit on your heels. Wow! Bottoms of the feet are really stretching. Maybe with my blanket, that's hard to see. I'll move my blanket out of the way so you can see better what's happening here. As I sit on my heels with the toes curled under, sitting up nice and tall. Hang in there. Good. And then let's shift forward. And then setting your hips to one side, send your legs out in front of you. Grab a hold of your strap once again. Maybe pull the flesh of your tush back just a little bit. Stop looking over. Put your strap over the balls of your feet. Lift up. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Go only as far as it feels right for your body. Close your eyes. Feel the backs of your legs stretching. Round your chin to your chest and let your chin drop down, and notice how that exaggerates the stretch in your back. Take a couple more breaths here, just noticing the sensations in your body, being present in the moment, right here, right now. Feel your body, and then slowly rise up. Take the strap off of your feet and shift forward. I might recommend, if you needed, to put a blanket underneath your head as we lie back on the mat. Bring your strap with you and come all the way down to your back. Once you come onto your back, find your strap, and let's do that same stretch with a slight variation. We're lying on our back. We're going to take our feet into the air with a strap over the balls of our feet and just send your feet up high. Notice if you need to bend your knees, or if your feet need to fall away from you a little bit, if you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings. Grab one end of the strap in each hand. And maybe start to pull your toes back towards your nose. Do you notice the big stretch in the backs of your legs? Oh yeah. Good. Okay, so release that a little bit. Let's take the strap, loosen your grip, and send your heels down a little bit toward the floor. If you want to look and see about how far, just a little bit of an angle there. Now, can you feel how that connects your sacrum bone, your lower back, to the mat? Maintain that connection and wiggle your heels gently, slowly, side to side. This gives the lower back a gentle massage. The SI joint, the sacroiliac joint, gets a little massage here. This is an area of the body where many of us hold tension or have discomfort. I believe it could be emotional tension that might be distracting our comfort area there. If we can work through our emotions, maybe some of the pains in our body might start to let go. So if some of these stretches bring feelings or emotions up, be present with them. Resist the temptation to ask yourself to be anything different than what you are or as you are right now in this moment. Feel what you feel. Be how you are without judgment. To me, that's mindful. Let's bring our feet back up and release just your left leg all the way down flat on the mat. Take both ends of the strap into your right hand, and let's bend the right knee, opening up the right hip. Bring your right hand closer to your right foot. This is half of Happy Baby. We can kind of feel a little stretch, maybe gently wiggling the right leg aside, side to side a little bit. Good. Now very slowly, very mindfully, begin to extend the right leg high. And now, keeping your left hand connected to your left hip to keep the back level and flat, open your right leg as wide as you comfortably can. It's okay to bend the knee. Just taking it slow, moving with what feels right now, in this present moment. Good. And then ever so slowly, draw your right leg up. We're going to switch the strap into the left hand and guide the right leg over the body to the left. You can soften the knee as much as you need to. You can straighten the leg. Feel the sensations in your left leg. If you want a little more, tilt the arch of your foot inward, like you're sickling the foot in, and notice the sensation of stretch along the outside of your right leg. If you want to add on, reach your right hand out to the right and turn your gaze to the right palm, and you're twisting your spine. As your leg drops left, your gaze looks right. Be slow and mindful as you gently move out of the stretch, coming back up to neutral. Release the right foot from the strap and lower your right leg down onto the mat or the dog. Second side, we're going to take the left foot into the air. Bending your left knee, both ends of the strap in the left hand, pulling the left knee down towards your left armpit, and notice how closely I'm holding my strap close to my left foot. So I'm getting a nice little grip there as I rock my knee side to side, because I did it on the first side. Maybe just feeling the ball and socket joint of your left hip. This can be an emotional release. It's okay if that happens. It's okay, just be with it. Be present with what is, mindful in this moment. And here we go. We're going to send the left leg up. Your grip would be soft because it will probably need to slide left hand down the strap. Keep your right hand on the right hip as you slowly lower your left leg to the left. Good. Really feeling the openness in your left hip. You can always bend your left knee as needed. Try to keep your right hand on the right hip to keep your hips as level as possible. So good. And then ever so slowly, we'll bring the left leg up, feeling the sensations in the body as we make the transition. The right hand grabs the strap, and we begin to guide the left leg over. It's okay to bend the knee, maybe straightening the leg if you want more, tilting the arch of your foot toward the floor or sickling the left foot inward. And then reach your left hand out to the left, turn your gaze to the left as the left foot travels over to the right side of your body into a twist. And pause and just feeling the stretch. Feeling good. And then slowly bring your left leg high. Releasing the strap, set it aside. Lower your left leg down to the mat. Finding some space here for your Shavasana. Opening your legs as wide as the width of your mat. Turn your palms open. Relax your shoulders down and tuck them under. Close your eyes. Noticing your body breathing, feeling the gentle movement of breath in your body. Feel the movement in your belly. Feel the movement in your chest. Notice the movement in your nose as you're breathing slowly. Maybe your breath is moving in and out of your mouth as well. Be aware of what's happening. Notice sensations in your feet. What do you feel in your ankles? In the lower part of your legs? In your knees? In the thighs? Awareness awareness of sensations in the hips, and the pelvic region, your lower abdomen, and your lower back, and your middle back, and your upper back. Sensations in your entire torso, the beating of your heart, the movement of your breath. Notice sensations in your shoulders. What do you feel in your arms? And your elbows and your forearms and your wrists. Bring your awareness to your palms and become aware if you feel any sensations of tingling or heating up or no sensation at all. And that's okay. It's not a matter of judgment. It's just noticing, being present with what is. Notice your neck and your face, the muscles of your face. Your tongue feels heavy in your mouth and eyes in your sockets. The eyelids are closed. The forehead, notice what you feel there in the crown of your head and where your head touches the back of your mat. Stay connected to these sensations and notice the changes as you begin to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Inviting in the sensation of movement by gently rocking your head from side to side. And then one at a time or together, bring your feet onto the mat beneath your seat and roll slowly over to one side or the other. And gently, carefully push yourself upright to a seated position. Arriving seated with the eyes open or closed, bring your hands to prayer position right in front of your heart or gaze down at your fingertips and take a moment to feel the connection as your hands press together. Let me share an explanation, a quote from one of my favorite mindful teachers, Jon Kabat-Zinn. Mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. Thank you for practicing mindfulness yoga with me today. We close our practice with a salutation that honors the love and the light and presence within each of us. From my heart to yours, namaste. I recommend a book by Jon Kabat-Zinn, The Full Catastrophe. Sounds tragic, but if you read the book, you'll understand how life is the full catastrophe, the amazing and the tragic, and the everything in between. Thanks for sharing mindfulness yoga with me. Please leave comments below and share our channel with your family and friends.